love it not. So they that fear God, love not the abominations. So if you fear God, if you follow God, if you love God, you got to look at what he says in the abomination, and you got to stay way away from it. Christ! Who's the king? Christ! Who's the king? Christ! Right on! Hey.
We calling out, we crying aloud on the highways and hedges, repent or die. We give
Benjamin, which is the West Indians, Levi, which are the Haitians, and then Judah, that's the American black.
We crying aloud, oh Israel, repent or die.
Do you know your father? According to the Bible. No, your physical father, earthly father. Is he a so-called black man? Where's he from?
Jesus is Lord. Oh, Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Oh, so get your mind right.
My fierce anger for all the earth, everywhere you go. I don't care how many so-called white people got these bunkers. All the earth shall be devoured. Shall be what? Devoured. You ever seen a pit bull by the pool? You ever seen that? It ain't a pretty sight, is it? That's what's gonna happen.
Get your mind right. Get your mind right.
Is what did it. Sin is when you break God's law.
That's right.
We went over that earlier. So to sin is to transgress the law, meaning to break the law. When your child does something bad, what do? You pop them. God is popping us right now. He punishing us. We being punished. Watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra.
Because 53. Give me 50. Yeah. So listen. Because you asked about the white people, one, because your grandmother was white, but two, because we automatically look at them as the top nation in the world, right? Well, let me ask you this. Who's doing better than everybody else right now? Let me ask you that. The white people are definitely doing that. So if we was playing sports, you look at the top team. If you playing football, you look at the top team in your division. It's pretty much a race. So we looking at the white man, we're like, he on top. So we comparing ourselves. But watch this.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest the Lord, all thy creatures.
So it's talking about Adam and Eve from the very beginning. Go ahead.
Of him come we all.
Because we all came out of Adam, right? You believe that since we all come from Adam and Eve? All right.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So it just made a distinction. It says we all come from Adam. So it's talking about one group of people. But then it says also the people who thou hast chosen. So again, it's a lot of people, but he chose a specific group. Go ahead.
All of this I have spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Who did he make the world for, sis? Read that again. Right, listen.
All of this I have spoken before thee, Lord, because thou hast madest the world for our sakes.
He made the world for us. None of this would exist if it wasn't for us. He only made these things for us. Watch. But we won't answer your question. How did it get flipped?
As for the other people,
not us,
which also come of Adam,
they came from Adam too.
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
What are the other people?
That they are nothing.
What are the other people?
They are nothing.
They are nothing. You don't believe that God talks like this. Because in Christianity, you was talking about, they tell us that God loves everybody. Read it again.
As for the other people,
not on this side, Chinese, white, African, East Indian, go ahead.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing.
They are nothing.
But be like unto spittle.
They unlike to spittle. That's spit. As I'm speaking loud, the little spit is flying. That's what God is calling the other nations.
Right.
They are nothing. They don't matter. Go
That's
ahead.
Right.
Watch this.
And has likened the abundance of them.
He's saying if you put all of them together, the abundance of them, if you put them all together,
unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
It's like a drop that falleth out of a vessel.
Right.
Say if you got a full cup. If you spill one drop, do you give a damn about that one drop? No, because you got the whole cup. Read it again. Listen to this, sis.
But be like unto spittle, and has the
as liken the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So, first he told you that they was nothing. The Bible is redundant. It's going to keep saying the same thing to make sure you get it. First he said they was nothing. Then he said they was like spit. Then he said they was like a drop that fall from a cup. Get in there, Isaiah 4. Watch this. Because it's going to tell, like I said, the Bible is redundant. It says the same thing over and over. This is the regular King James version that you got in the house, but don't read. Because you got it in the house, don't you? You don't have no Bible in the house? You got to get you one, sis. This is your history.
Right.
These is your laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
The book.
Huh? You can get a Bible from Amazon, Walmart. CVS might got a Bible in there. A King James, yeah, because that's the one you want. Make sure it's a King James.
Right.
Go ahead. We're going to read the same thing in another part of the Bible.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
It's saying it all over again. He's telling you about all the other nations. He said they are what?
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
Sis, if you got a bucket of water and you spill a drop, do you care? God does not care about these other nations. It's about us. Go ahead.
And are counted the small dust of a balance. Behold,
A scale. The balance is a scale. All right? We in the hood. We know what a scale does. It weighs things, right? If you put dust on a scale, does it weigh anything? That's how the Most High God feel about the other nations.
Right.
They don't weigh nothing on this scale. They irrelevant. We still here in America cooning. Nobody
Right.
making them do that. They cooning right now.
Right.
How is that edifying the people?
right,
Because we in captivity because of sin, right?
That's right.
What is sin? Breaking the laws, right? Are they telling us how to get out of sin? They singing and dancing, man. Give me Amos
That's right.
5 and 23.
Bring it out.
This is nonsense, man. We got to wake up. We've been here far too long. He's dangling all the signs in our face. We not getting the message, man.
the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy song.
This is the Most High God. He says, take thou away from me what?
The noise of thy song.
The noise of my soul. You don't want to hear that nonsense, man. That's like you come home from a hard day at work and your kids, well, you don't want to hear that nonsense. That's how God feel with us right now.
Right.
For I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
He don't even hear him. The Most High God is up there like this. Read it again.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows.
He's not listening to him. It's straight garbage. We supposed to be down here telling y'all how to get out of sin.
Right.
You know how we got over here, sis? Ships. Get this. Because what you saying, a lot of people know, but you didn't know slavery was in the Bible, did you?
Yeah.
You knew it was in there?
I don't know what scripture it is. It says something about an iron around our neck.
Okay, sis, so you know a little something. Bring it out. A little bit.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28,
What's up, brother?
verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The word Egypt in the Bible is not what the white man told you. When you hear Egypt, you automatically think about what, brother? You think slave? Okay, that's what you're supposed to think. You think Africa in your head. The word Egypt simply means bondage or captivity. And we're going to prove it. The Bible tells you.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Brought you out of the land of Egypt,
out of the house of bondage.
out of the house of bondage. So it's synonymous. He's telling you, you call it Egypt, I call it bondage. So we're going to go back to Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
She'll bring you into bondage, slavery, captivity.
again with ships.
How we get over here?
With ships.
They teaching you this in school right now. They talk about slavery. They don't tell you. We didn't grow up in this land, bro. They brought us over here on slave ships.
That's right.
You see this? You see that? That's our forefathers. They brought us over here in shackles and chains.
Right.
We was forced. Yes, keep reading. Listen up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
We're going to bring you into slavery again because we was already in slavery one time in Egypt.
By
Okay.
the way,
Go ahead.
by the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there You shall be sold into your enemies.
So it said once they brought us over here on the ships, that we was going to be sold to who?
Your enemies.
When we came over here, sis, who was we sold to? White folks. So who is your enemy according to the Bible? Who you going to vote for next week? White folks, your enemy. You going to vote for your enemy. Did that make sense? You going to sit this one out? Sis, sit them all out.
Right.
Deuteronomy. Give me that now. Give me the vote. Give me 17. Give me 17. Sit them all out, sis. It's not for us. We just said that this is our enemy. The Bible just told us that. And then we going to go and vote for him? That don't make sense. That's like you beefing with somebody around the corner, but then you're going to choose them to be your landlord.
Right.
How they going to treat you?
So if the only way we're supposed to vote if it becomes
I'm going to show you how we vote. 17 to 15. I'm going to show you who we're supposed to vote for.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Because the president is basically what? King. Other countries got kings. Like it's the king of Britain, the queen of this. The president is another way. It's the king of America. Go ahead.
Whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
So, the Most High God is supposed to choose your king. Go ahead.
Of one among thy brethren.
One among your brethren. Who your brethren? The 12 who? 12 tribes of Israel. That's right. Is Hillary one of these people? No. Is Trump one of these people?
No.
Read it again.
Thou shalt in any wise set a king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. Of one from among thy brethren.
Read it again, because you got to pay attention. It's telling you, if you're going to go and vote and choose a king, make sure it's one of your people. But the Bible going to say it.
Thou shalt in any wise set a king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren, thou shalt set a king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
The Bible just told you you're not supposed to do it. It didn't say it's not a good idea. The Bible said you're not supposed to do it.
Right.
So guess what you're doing when you do that? You breaking the law, you in sin.
Right.
You sinning all over again. Give me Judah 5. Because this is what they do. The white man know who we are. Or the red man, forgive me, because they not white.
Right.
Their shirt is white. They the red man. The Bible tells you that.
That's right.
But their whole job, the only way they can stay on top is to keep us on the bottom. The only way we stay on the bottom is if we sin. So I'm gonna show you what Judah said.
The book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor.
So this two people, they traveling. So he look over here to a certain land and see a group of people.
Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
So basically, it's like I tap him like, dog, what's up with this group of people over here? You need to go over there and conquer that land. He telling me, listen to what he say. Read it again.
Now, therefore, my Lord and governor,
He said, my Lord and governor.
if there be any error in this
He
people,
said, if is any error in this people, meaning if they are sinning, go ahead.
and they sin against their God,
If they sin against their God,
let us consider that this shall be their ruin.
then we can go over there and take that land.
Right.
So if they sinning, then we got them. Because the Most High is not dealing with us while we in sin.
Right.
Go ahead.
And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
And we can overcome them. The white man, all the other nations right now, they on top only because we are sinning. They are overcoming us. Go ahead.
But
This is the important part, sis. Listen.
if there be no iniquity in their
If there's
nation,
no sin, meaning if they doing everything they supposed to do,
let my Lord now pass by,
he said, please leave them people alone.
lest the Lord defend them,
Lest the Lord defend them
and their God be for them.
and their God be for them, because they know if we doing everything that he tell us to do, all these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High fight for us.
Right.
Like he did throughout this whole book. He did it throughout history. This is not the first time we've been at the bottom. We were slaves in Egypt. You hear me? We were slaves in Egypt. He sent Moses. We came out of Egypt. Guess what we did? Started sinning again.
That's right.
So guess what he said he was going to do? Go back to 68. Deuteronomy. He told you. We came from the bottom. We went to the top. We went back to the bottom.
I was reading something that was telling us to go somewhere, and the guy, they was afraid to go take the land or something.
You talking about when he told us to go conquer a land? Yeah.
We was afraid.
Like I said, the whole earth was given to us, but we don't listen. We hard-headed.
Right.
Listen, read it again. Matter of fact, give me 1 and 1. Let me do Deuteronomy 1 and 1. I'm sorry, bro. Listen up, sis, because this whole book was written to the Israelites. It was not written to all nations. It's only for us.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spoke to all Israel.
It said Moses spoke this to all who?
All Israel.
He didn't say everybody. Ain't no Chinese people. He didn't write nothing to the Chinese people. He didn't write nothing to the white man, the East Indian. He wrote it to who?
To all Israel.
Now go to 28 and 15. Matter of fact, go to 28 and 1. Because listen, if you had a child, if they doing what you tell them to do, what you gonna do? You're gonna reward them. And if they not doing what you want them to do, what you gonna do? You're gonna punish them. They gets nothing.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Chapter 28, verse 1.
And it shall come to pass.
We still in the book of Deuteronomy. He's still talking to just Israel. If it's gonna come to pass,
That if thou shalt hearken diligently
if you listen, meaning hearken, that's all hearken means. If you listen diligently
unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
to observe and to do all his
do
commandments,
some of the commandments,
to do all his
the
commandments,
ones that you comfortable
to
with,
do all his
the
commandments,
ones your mother taught you.
to do all his commandments,
Go
which
ahead.
I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee above high, above all the nations of the earth.
He gonna do what?
Will set thee on high, above all the nations of the earth.
Oh. So he gonna set us on high. Did he say above some of the people? What did he say, sis? Above who? All people. So is it equality on the earth? Is everybody created equally? That ain't what the Bible say, right? It's gonna be somebody on top and somebody on the bottom.
Right.
Guess who on the bottom? We on the bottom because of verse 15. Watch this. So verse 1 said, if you do these things, you'll get all these blessings. I might as well not even read the blessings because we're not doing what he said.
Right.
So I'm going to show you the curses.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
This is the other side of the stick. If you will not listen,
to observe, to do all his commandments,
some of the commandments,
all his
we got to
commandments,
do them all, sis. We can't pick and choose. That's what Christianity do. We pick and choose what we going to do. Read.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said, if we don't listen to all the laws, statutes, and commandments, he was going to put curses on us, right? This how we going to show you for without a shadow of a doubt that these people are the Israelites.
16. Cursed shalt thou be in this city.
Cursed in the city. We in Baltimore City, right? Now, if you look around, are we blessed or cursed right now? Cursed. You ain't even have to look around, sis. You ain't even look around. You know it in your head. Go ahead.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
What fields was we cursed in? Cotton fields, tobacco fields, sugarcane fields. Any kind of field you can think of where the white man can get some money, guess who's there? All these people right here. All these people. And it's not just a black thing, because the Spanish people, they was in slavery too. They still live in the ghettos too. Native Americans, they live on reservations. That's a fancy word for the ghetto.
Right.
Spanish, Native Americans, black, we the same people. We going through the same curses.
Right.
Get another curse. Any curse that he pull out, it's gonna fit us.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Your basket in your store, that's your basket is where you put your goods. So you will put your goods in your purse or your bank account. What your bank account look like, sis? I'll tell you, my bank account looks like nothing right now. I'm week to week. I make it look good, but I'm week to week. Go ahead.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So it's saying these curses gonna be on you for a sign. What building is that across the street? And what's that one right there? That one, behind you. Now, all these stores you just named, how do you know it's them stores? Because of the sign,
Right.
right? Read it again.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
So the sign is given to us to let us know who we are. The sign on that store is to let you know what store that is. So these curses was put on us, so we'll wake up some 400 years later and be like, oh, this is us. Read it.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So it says it's going to be upon our seed, meaning our kids,
Right.
forever. So the same hard times that your great-great-grandparents went through, same times you're going through.
That's
and if the
right.
earth keep going on, your great-great-grandchildren are going to go through the same thing.
Right.
Verse 32.
That's the sign. Go ahead.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
Now, what group of people on this earth had their kids taken from them, given to another group of people?
The Indians.
The Indians. That's our people. Who else?
Say Judah, American land.
That's all us. Black, Spanish, Native Americans. Did Chinese people ever have their kids taken from them? Did white people ever have their kids taken from them? These Indians? Nobody. What's your question, bro?
What about Judas, the one that betrayed you?
He was a nigga. That's,
Right.
that's the way for me to keep it plain with you. He was from the 12 tribes. But
Right.
everybody don't listen, bro. Everybody don't listen.
That's right.
So, he actually betrayed Jesus for some money. Just like brothers come out here and sell drugs to their people for money.
That's right.
So it's Judases around us right now. Because we selling out our people for money.
Right.
So don't worry about Judas. Just don't be Judas.
Right.
We going back to the curses because I got to show you that you're an Israelite, and then I got to show you how to behave as an Israelite.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long.
When they take our kids from us, it's nothing we can do. Back then in slavery, we couldn't do nothing. And if social service or CPS come and take your kids from you now, it's nothing you can do.
And there shall be no might in thy hand.
No might. It's telling you can't do nothing. Go ahead.
Verse 36. And the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou set over thee, unto the nation, whither neither nor thy fathers have known. And there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone.
So listen, we got taken from our homeland. Now we under here set under another man that we choosing to be our king, the so-called white man or white woman, don't matter. Now we worshiping other gods. Because over here, the two biggest religions in the world is Christianity and Islam.
Right.
Okay, so that's your Muslims and that's your Christians. And guess what they got in common? That's not your true heritage. Okay? Christianity was given to you by the white man. Islam was given to you by the Arabs. And they gave them both to you in slavery. They beat you over the head and made you become a Muslim.
Right.
They beat you over the head and made you become a so-called Christian.
Right.
So what's the sign of Christianity? A cross. What is a cross made out of?
Whatever you
Wood.
want to do. Oh,
Read it again.
initially, yeah.
Exactly. Listen.
And there thou shalt serve other gods, wood and
So
stone.
Christianity is wood. Guess what Islam is?
That little thing they sell.
The stone. When they go to Mecca, they gotta walk around the Kaaba stone. It's telling you the Bible is plain, but we don't read it.
Right.
What about the Jehovah's Witnesses?
What about them?
Because that's what I was initially brought up with.
Yeah, guess who gave you that? The white man. Guess who made it? The white man. What's his name? His name is Mr. White Man. That's not our religion. Give me that in Joel. Who got a question? You got a question? Go ahead, boss.
So Caesar Borgia tried to play as had the trials and stuff, and tried to get people to believe.
Well, what happens is Caesar Borgia was painted as Christ. So the Pope had a son named Caesar Bo. That's what we call him for short. Caesar Borgia. He died. And he painted. Yeah. Charles Tate Russell says. But Caesar Borgia, that's a real man. That's not the son of God. So he painted him. They want you to think that Christ is white. So you can think God is white. So you can think that because you black, you are less than them.
Right.
We was the chosen people. You got Joel? Read.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 2.
Listen.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage.
So he's talking about the end times, what he's going to do to all the other nations. 'Cause like I said, everybody's been oppressing us. Go ahead.
And for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Because they scattered us in slavery. We got scattered everywhere, and they took our land and parted it. Our land is Jerusalem.
And they have cast lots for my people.
Uh-huh.
They have given a boy for a harlot.
So back in slavery, they gave boys as harlots, meaning they was raping our young men.
Right.
They was taking your son from you and giving them to each other as gifts, and the old men was having sex with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
And they sold the girls for bed wenches. So they would take your young daughter, the younger she was, fresher the meat was, the more they got for her. So they sold your daughter as a bed wench.
Verse 4. Yea, what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon, these is the old African nations. This is, see, everybody thinks we African. We are separate people.
Right.
We just got dark skin. East Indians got dark skin. Are they black? If you see an East Indian in the mall, you gonna get them confused with your people? No, they just got dark skin like you. She not East Indian.
They not the same.
Exactly. East Indian is Saturday, Monday, dude, yeah. That's your 7-Eleven.
They not the same.
No, that's a whole nother group of people. Go ahead.
Hey, what do ye have to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly.
So recompense means pay back. So he's asking the other nations, what y'all gonna try to pay me back because I didn't choose y'all? Because he chose us as his holy people. You got that? Go ahead.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, I will return your recompense on your own head. Because he hath taken my silver and my gold.
We are his silver and gold. Silver and gold is something precious to you. We are the Most High's jewels. They took us. They took us. So he gonna pay him back. Go ahead.
And have carried away your temples, my goodly and pleasant things. The children also of Judah and of the children of Jerusalem ye have sold unto the Grecians.
The Grecians, that's your white man. So the so-called Africans is the one who sold us to the Grecians and the Arabs. So that's not your people. I don't ever want to hear you say you're African American. When they ask you in school, are you African? No, you are not an African American. You from the tribe of what? Judah. You an Israelite, brother, from the tribe of Judah.
That's
You're not no
right.
African American. Give me that. Thank
The
you, brother.
book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. I am the Lord your God.
He said he's in the midst of Israel. Who's Israel? Only the people on this side. Go ahead.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. And I am the Lord your God, and none else.
And none else. He's only dealing with us. That's why we getting punished. Because if you got a child you love and he not following your commandments, you're going to punish him. But you doing it what? For his good. So the reason that we getting punished is for our good. Go back to the curse, bro. Give me one of all things.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
There's still curses. This is only applying to us. Go ahead.
Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemies,
Our enemies, meaning all the other nations. Go ahead.
which the Lord shall send against thee.
So who sent the white man against us? The Lord sent them against us. We can't be mad at the white man because he put us in captivity.
Right.
We put ourselves in captivity. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Therefore, thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
So our enemies, meaning all the other nations, the Lord sent them against us
In hunger,
in hunger. You eat today? Where you get the food from? From the market. Who owned the market? Huh? It definitely ain't true, and it ain't none of your people either.
Right.
Go ahead.
and in thirst.
If you thirsty, what's your favorite soda? Ginger ale. That's Schweppes. Canadian Dry. Who own that? Is it your people? Definitely not. Go ahead.
And in want of all things,
All things. Did you get the clothes?
and in nakedness,
And nakedness. Even when you want clothes, when you want food, you want something to drink, when you want clothes, you got to go to all the other nations.
Right.
That's why I say it's not just the black and white thing. Because around here, you got to go to the Chinese, you got to go to the Arabs, you got to go to the East Indians. You're not going to your people because your people don't have nothing. Go ahead.
and in want of all things.
It says all things, sis. So if you want a driver's license, who you got to go to? You got to go to the white man. That's the white man. If you die, sis, before your people can claim insurance, they got to get a death certificate. Guess who they got to go to? The white man. You can't even die without the white man saying so. Right. That's not crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's the one of all things, sis. That's the one of all things. There's nothing we can do over here because we're in captivity. We got to go to our enemies for everything. So how do we get out of this situation? Because, so it's clear that these signs point to us, right? They don't fit any other nation, right? So this is how we get out, because we already know what the problem is, but we need the solution. Because when you go to church, they tell you what your problem is, but they'll never give you the solution. I think they must got you on a payment plan, because you're paying something every week. Maybe you will pay it off one day and they'll give you the answer. Go ahead.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee.
If they sin against thee. So that they is us. The Bible is only dealing with us, bro. It ain't for the white man, nobody else. Just the 12 tribes of Israel.
Right.
It says if they sin, meaning break the laws, go ahead.
For there is no man that sinneth not.
Because there's no man out here that sins not. We all sin. We all sin. We all break the law at one point or another. But this is what you got to do.
And thou be angry with them.
So the Most High is angry with us because we sinning. Go ahead.
And deliver them to the enemy.
So that's how we got in slavery. He delivered us to the enemy. We wasn't doing what we supposed to do. He said, go ahead. Do what you want with them. Go ahead.
So that they carried them away captives.
They carried us away captive, meaning slaves. So they carried us away from Africa, but we come from Jerusalem. They took us from Africa. Go ahead.
Unto the land of the enemy, far or near.
So we right now are in the land of our enemy. This is the white man's country. America was named after a white man, Amerigo Vespucci. Don't get it twisted. You not free over here.
Right.
If you want to go to Jamaica, what you got to do? You got to go to the white man, get a piece of paper, Mr. White Man, can I please go out of... No, that's slavery.
Right.
Still in slavery. Go ahead.
Yet, if they shall bethink themselves.
Bethink yourselves, meaning to remember. So we got to remember who we was. Go ahead.
In the land whither they were carried captives.
So you got to remember in the land where we was carried captive. That's right now. Guess what you're doing right now, brother? You remembering. Because it's making sense to you.
Everything you said, I was just talking to somebody else.
The Most High is making it plain for you. So he giving you that confirmation. So now you got to bethink yourself. You got to remember who you are in this land, in America. So we can't wait till we get back to Jerusalem to act like Israelites. We got to do that here in America.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.